Well, good evening, good morning, good grief. My name is Willie Lawson, and this is the Morning Report. The Morning Report is a production of FightBackMedia.com, 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 and FightBackMediaTV.com. We trust that you are doing well today. It is October 19th, 2022, in the year of our Lord, and we are just days away from the 2022 midterm elections. Things are heating up. Debates are finally starting to happen. It was an interesting phenomenon this year that a lot of Democrats basically refused to debate at all. The candidate for governor in Arizona basically said that her Republican opponent would not be worth debating. It would turn into a shouting match, and nothing would get done. So she said that they're finding alternate ways to get their message across. And when that happens, though, what actually happens is that yeah, you get to put your message out, but you don't get it challenged. And it doesn't seem like she wants to be challenged. She was stopped by or approached by Project Veritas and asked about this, and basically she ended up running into a bathroom at a restaurant when her campaign manager or someone on her campaign um, showed up to the confrontation. He ended up doing the very same thing, running and hiding in a bathroom. It was bizarre. It was just bizarre. But two debates happened recently that we're going to talk about in the Morning Report today. Um, Pastor Warnick and Hershel Walker, both running for Senate out of the state of Georgia, were able to have a conversation, and we'll have some clips from that, and we'll see what you think about that. There was also another one that we're going to talk about, so that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit about debates and how debates are going. Again, my name is Willie Lawson. This is the Morning Report. The Morning Report is a production of FightBackMedia.com, 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 and FightBack Media TV. Yeah, the other debate was Val Demings and Marco Rubio. We'll have some clips from that too. That got a little heated. Can you imagine? Got a little heated. But Florida is an important state, and Val Demings is very popular with Democrats in Florida. As a matter of fact, there was a lot of Democrats who thought, and black Republicans who thought that she should be the candidate for vice president and not Kamala Harris. Black woman with law enforcement background and not nearly the baggage of not nearly that baggage. However, Democrats picked failed presidential candidate Kamala Harris, and the rest is history. So we'll be back with more of the program right after these messages. You know, I like to celebrate the people who celebrate us, and one of the people who have celebrated us is Christine Vasconcello at Bloomingdale's Flower Shop and Flower Delivery. Bloomingdale's Flower Shop and Flower Delivery is a premier florist in Tampa, offering flower delivery from Brandon to Lutz, Florida. Originally opened in 1986, Bloomingdale's Flower Shop and Flower Delivery has grown to be the florist that customers trust most. Our family-owned local flower shop produces flower arrangements with superior design, and they're best known for their same-day delivery, as well as a selection of bouquets that they've been crafting with love for over 30 years. You know, when customers go to my friend Christine, they know they're receiving the best flowers in Tampa. We have everything from vases to unique gifts to special bouquets for sale in our inventory, so you can find the right gift for your loved one. Our main flower shop is in Tampa, located at 11618. That's 11618 North Florida Avenue, in the middle of numerous car dealerships, including Jim Brown Chevrolet and Bay Morgan, and it's across the street from a Maserati dealership. Okay, the second flower shop is in Newport Richey. That's at 6835 State Road 54, right next door to Topper Saloon and the La Petite Academy. So if you're looking for same-day flower delivery near Newport Richey, you can call that store at 727-232-6900. That's 727-232-6900. If you want to call the store in Tampa, call 813-933-1942. That's 813-933-1942. Or you can use the 800 number and call 1-800-330-3297. Or you can reach them at www.bloomingdays.com. That's www.bloomingdays.com. Appreciate you being here. Listen, one of the first things we're going to get to is the Marco Rubio Val Demings debate. There's only going to be one because, of course, Election Day is November 8th. That's in like 2 weeks. So early voting is going to start up in a lot of areas if it hasn't started up already. I think early voting has already started in Georgia and is soon to start in Florida. I think Monday, probably. I'll get you that information and report it on the morning report, probably tomorrow, or it'll be on our website when early voting starts. But it's going to start soon. I'm a fan of early voting because that way I can go out and check out precincts to make sure that people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because sometimes they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Sometimes they're getting away with all sorts of tomfoolery. But let's go ahead and get to the Val Demings Marco Rubio debate. All right. Let me make sure I have all the proper accoutrement in front of me. There we go. And I think this is what Democrats are afraid of. What they're afraid of is that their real self is going to bubble to the surface. They're not going to be able to moderate their radical opinions and their radical thoughts in a debate forum. So on Tuesday night, Representative Val Demings, the Democrat from Florida, debated Senator Marco Rubio as she seeks to stop the incumbent senator from winning a third term. During her performance, she showed off her true colors as a radical and desperate candidate running in a state that has been turning increasingly red. Now, Florida is as purple a place as you can get, but that's starting to change. For years, registered Democrats outnumbered registered Republicans by about 1 million. I mean, for a while it was a huge difference, except when you look at the state offices, the state Senate was run by Republicans and the state House was run by Republicans, and Republicans were constantly winning the governorship in a state that had more Democrats. Makes you scratch your head, doesn't it? So Rubio showed off his debate skills, especially early on, when the moderator referenced the American Rescue Plan and the resulting record high inflation, which is particularly bad in Florida. Here in Florida where we are, the candidates were specifically asked what can be done to help Florida families. And this is what we heard from Senator Rubio.
First thing we have to start doing is stop spending that kind of money. We had already done 2 pandemic reliefs. This came on top of it. And they were warned. The Democrats were warned by Larry Summers, by other Democrat economists, you do this, you're going to fire up inflation. So that's number one. Number two is we've got to begin to produce American oil again. Why are we begging Saudi Arabia for oil? Why are we begging Venezuela and Iran for oil? We're producing 1 million barrels a day less on oil than we used to do just a couple years ago. Instead, we are depleting our reserves. Our oil reserves do not exist to win midterms. They exist to help this country in an emergency or in the midst of a storm. What we cannot do is some of these crazy policies that are coming from the left that Congresswoman Demings has supported. She supported a plan to put a $10.25 tax per barrel of oil, which would have been 35 cents per gallon more for everyone listening here today. We can't do that kind of crazy stuff. It only adds to the inflation. I think it begins by winning this election and getting people like that out of office.
Well, and then of course, the challenger, instead of addressing the issue, started to attack Marco Rubio personally, which is their only strategy, really. Their only strategy, the only thing they have, the only game they have, is to attack their opponents I mean, not politically, but personally, because what they know is that the policies of the left in the past couple of years have failed miserably, and that public opinion for the president and his policies are way below sea level, in the toilet actually. So what they're trying to do is attach some emotionality to their campaigns, and this next clip pretty much shows that.
The extremist on abortion in this campaign is Congresswoman Demings. She supports no restrictions, no limitations of any kind. She voted against she's against the 4-month ban. She voted against the 5-month ban. She supports taxpayer-funded abortion on demand for any reason at any time up until the moment of birth. That's what she supports. That's the extreme position here.
Yeah, see, I told you. Now, the good part is that the commercials are going to start coming to an end soon, and we're going to be able to get into the ballot box and make these decisions. My thought for you and for myself is to simply ignore the hyperbole, and ignore the mudslinging, and vote with vote with your brain. Vote with your brain. You know if you're better off, and you know the policies that are working and the policies that are not working. You understand how gas prices and how fuel prices and oil prices affect grocery prices. You understand that this is not nearly as complicated as they would have you believe. And it is some of the policies of the Biden administration, and or those who are running the Biden administration, frankly, that have a large part in the inflation that you're seeing, and that your 401k is being eaten up by thousands of dollars a day. We know that, and we know who's in charge of these policies. So all that we could hope for is to, if we can't stop it, at least slow it down. Well, hey everybody, my name is Willie Lawson, and you guys know that I do a lot of stuff on the internet, and you may think with what's happening on Twitter and what's happening on Facebook and what happened to Parler that the mainstream social media sources are really trying to rid themselves of conservative voices, and you'd be right. They most certainly are. But you know what? It isn't as bad as you think it is. It's worse. But there are people who are willing to be platformed for free speech. One of those places is freedomforum.website. Freedomforum.website. You can go there and speak your mind. So come join us. Enjoy the freedom. Enjoy the fun. If you are a true blue conservative, small businesses are near and dear to your heart. They are the lifeblood of our life and economy. I believe this, and that's why my florist is not a website or phone number. My florist is Bloomingdale's Flower Shop, Tampa's premier flower shop. At 11618 North Florida Avenue here in Tampa, Florida, and at 6835 State Road 54 in Newport Richey. Call Christine at 933-1942 and at 727-232-6900. She can also be reached on the web at www.bloomingdays.com. One of the things that I get asked most is where can I get information that is not tainted with liberal bias, especially here in the Tampa Bay area. Well, now I have the answer. tbctampa.com, a website by and for Tampa area conservatives. Tampa's leading conservative voices speak freely at tbctampa.com, and you can too. So join the fun and enjoy the freedom at tbctampa.com. My name is Willie Lawson, and this is the Morning Report. Alrighty, well, thank you again for coming to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. The Morning Report is a production of fightbackmedia.com, 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 and fightbackmediatv.com. Until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.